Hi, I'm Tom Gabbert, and I would like to continue our year-end video series by talking about the importance and best practices around budgeting. As we approach the end of the year, we're getting into what I affectionately refer to as the budgeting season. It's that time of year when companies begin to put their plan together for next year, and building the budget is an important part of the process. I'm a big believer in budgets because they create a culture of organizational discipline and accountability. And there's a simple truth that I've watched play out for years. Companies that run a tight budgeting process tend to see better results. So that is the why. Well-run companies use budgets to manage their business and achieve better outcomes. Okay, now let's talk about the how. And this is where I want to shake things up a bit and offer a fresh take on budgets. Most companies adopt an annual operating budget at the beginning of the year, and then they compare the actual results to that budget on a monthly basis throughout the year. And there's nothing wrong with that. That is the traditional model, and it works well. However, we're seeing more and more companies adopt a rolling 6-month budgeting process, and I really like this approach for one main reason. It keeps the budget more relevant. We live in an incredibly fast-paced world where circumstances and market dynamics can change quickly. And too often I've seen companies get into the second half of the year, and for one reason or another, their world changes. And the budget they set at the beginning of the year is completely irrelevant. And when that happens, the discipline and the accountability around the budgeting process tend to slip. But if you do a reset every 6 months and create a new budget, it keeps the budget more grounded in reality. Okay, before I let you go, I want to take this whole budget discussion one step further and talk about maintaining a real-time forecast. But first, let me explain the difference between a budget and a forecast. All right, a budget is what we just talked about. It's the annual or semi-annual operating plan that gets approved by management and locked down for comparison purposes going forward. A forecast, on the other hand, is a living budget that gets rolled forward with actuals every month and gets updated with current assumptions in real time. The absolute best practice, in my opinion, the holy grail, if you will, is that you will maintain your forecast in real time. And when you do this, you're always armed with your current best guess on how the next 6 to 12 months look. You have a tool you can use to run scenarios and understand a range of outcomes. It's a very powerful tool that leads to smarter decision making. And as an added bonus, if you're maintaining a real-time forecast, it's incredibly easy to set your budget when the time comes. The work is already done. So my fresh take on this whole thing is that if you're doing it right, budgeting and forecasting should be more than a once-a-year activity. Thank you for your time, and please let us know if you'd like to connect to further explore the topic of budgeting and forecasting. Feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to schedule a time to meet with you. Thanks and have a great day.